You want to be a momentum maker, you got to be a money shaker. And the only way to start to think about that is the agent who ultimately does $300,000 in fees versus the agent who does $1 million in fees is that $1 million agent provides over $1 million worth of service and some versus a $300,000 agent only does $300,000 worth of service. And this is ultimately about that if you want to get into momentum, you got to really make that decision to go there. Now, the easiest way to identify where you're at as an agent is the number of open for inspections that you're doing on a Saturday. If you're doing 3 open for inspections on a Saturday, you'll probably sell 30 homes a year. If you're at 5 opens, you do 50. Ultimately, if you're at 10 opens on a Saturday, then you're going to do over 100 transactions per annum. And that's assuming like 28 days or less for every single campaign, assuming that you run for around, say, 10 months of the year. Now, to get back into momentum, it's about the basic disciplines that the first 45 minutes of every day is about you creating opportunity for both you and those in the marketplace. So what's been listed? What's been sold in the course of the last 24 hours? And who needs to know about that? Now, that's easy to say, but sometimes for people it's very hard to do. Think about it. You know that Josh, for example, has got a home in your local area and it's around $800,000. You've just listed a rival home for $800,000. You should ring him about that. Hey Josh, thought I'd give you a quick call. 12 Jones Street's come on, similar to yours. I'm going to track that sales result for you and I'm going to let you know when it sells and what it makes. By the way, how things with you guys, how's the house? Later on down the track, that $800,000 property sells. Hey Josh, thought I'd give you a quick call. That competing home at 12 Jones Street, that's just been sold now and it's sold for $799,000. That should give you confidence that ultimately your property would sell for a similar number. Now we happen to know 2 buyers that missed out on that one that were pretty keen to want to buy it. What should we do with them? And then ultimately they're going to say either bring him down, don't bring him down, or don't bring him down to my place, but I heard that number 36 in the street is selling. Again, you then start to think about what actually happens when you list $1 million property, the perfect upgrader. Hey Josh, thought I'd give you a quick call. We've actually just listed property number 12 Sunnyside Terrace. That particular property is actually in a position that it would be the perfect upgrader for you. Now you can go and have a quick look at it, then we can ultimately get yours sold, so then you can go and buy it. Let me know what you think. Josh goes down to the property, doesn't buy it, no problems. Hey, that $1 million property is actually just sold. It actually ended up selling for $950,000. That should give you full confidence that you can definitely buy the type of house that you want for the money. And naturally, when you start thinking about that momentum is made by doing actions on that daily basis. Think about compound interest, the 8th wonder of the world, that ability to continue to do the work. And over a period of time, if you did it for like 10 years straight, you will become that multi-million-dollar agent. And that's the difference, is about the consistency of whether or not you've got one person in your database or over 1,000 people in that database. Get clear about when you communicate, why you communicate, and how you communicate so that ultimately you can win more market share more often, because that's what great agents do.